The next part of the appraisal will be taking Clarissa's weight, height, and waist circumference to kind of get an idea of her body composition or her body mass index. Now, keeping in mind that CSEP protocols no longer use skin folds, we won't be actually measuring body composition in the sense of body fat percentages. However, it can still give us an indication of potential body fat distribution and potential risk factors as well. Now, the first thing I need to do in this test is instruct my client to remove her shoes, and Clarissa's already done so. And so she's now able to step onto the scale. So I'll ask Clarissa to do that. On our scale here, you'll notice we have the measurements in kilograms as well as in pounds. CSEP being a Canadian organization, we only work in kilograms here. So the first thing I want to do is, now that she's standing still on the scale, is I'll start by moving the bottom weight. This actually works in increments of 20 kilograms. And so basically, I'm going to move it up one notch at a time and wait until this arrow drops to the bottom. That'll be an indication that I've gone one category too high. Be very mindful of the arrow. You'll see this little notch here. Be very mindful that that notch is in line with the kilogram marker and not the pounds marker. That's probably the mistake that FLUBU students make the most often during the practical exam or during their CSEP exam. If that's the case, you're not actually measuring the appropriate weight, and you would fail that portion of your appraisal. And so I'll move this up slowly, one category at a time, and now we see the arrow's gone down. So that last step was too far, so I'll move it back to the step before, and now I'll use a smaller slider. Once again, we have pounds and kilograms, but now it's much more specific. So I'm actually measuring to the 10th of a kilogram. And when you're recording your weight on your recording sheets or your log sheets, it should be to the 10th of a kilogram. That's the accuracy we're looking for. So I'm going to slowly slide this slider down until this arrow seems to be perfectly balanced between the two, this little bracket here. And so I'm slowly move it across. You don't want it favoring the lower end or the upper end at any point. And this seems pretty balanced. And because I'm on this side, I'll step over here. And I'm just going to add this amount of kilograms on the bottom weight to this amount of kilograms on the upper weight. And that'll give me an indication of Clarissa's weight. So once you're pretty confident you've got that number, you can ask the client to step off the scale and move on to the next step.